Picture a small piece of metal passing from hand to hand, buying and selling, holding the collective trust of an entire society. How does something so simple become a symbol of value, of power, of civilization itself? The story of coin minting is more than just metalwork. It's the story of how humanity decided to shape value, one coin at a time. Jingling coins in a pocket might feel ordinary today, but the journey from raw metal to intricately stamped currency weaves together technology, artistry, and even a dash of magic. At least, if you ask ancient civilizations. Let's travel back over 2,500 years. Imagine Lydia, a kingdom in what is now Turkey. Here, around the 7th century BCE, the first coins appear. Simple lumps of a naturally occurring alloy of gold and silver called electrum, pressed with a punch to imprint a design. These first coins weren't perfectly round or uniformly sized. They were crude, but each bore an official stamp, usually a lion's head. That stamp meant trust. Merchants could accept the coin knowing it represented a specific value. Soon, other cultures caught on. The Greeks, inspired by Lydia's example, refined minting techniques. Instead of using naturally found nuggets, they melted metal and poured it into molds, or hammered it into thin discs called planchets. A coin blank would be placed between two engraved dies, one carrying the obverse image, the other the reverse, and struck with a hammer. The pressure transferred the designs onto both sides at once. Think about how much force, precision, and repetition that required. Each coin handmade, each strike loud enough to echo through the mint. Sometimes, fingerprints of ancient minters are still visible on surviving coins. The human touch, literally pressed into the metal of history. Coins soon carried not just value, but identity. Greek city-states emblazoned their own icons: Athena's owl, Corinth's Pegasus, Rhodes' sunburst. These weren't just decorations, they were ancient watermarks, proof of official issue and civic pride. But stamping coins wasn't flawless. Counterfeiting became a problem. People shaved off edges to collect precious metal, reducing the weight while keeping the outward appearance. In response, Greeks began experimenting with patterned edge designs. The battle between imitation and security was already underway. If we jump ahead to Rome, coin minting gets industrial. Massive quantities of coinage rolled out to pay the legions, trade across the empire, and fund imperial projects. The Roman denarius, bronze sestertius, gold aureus, each a discrete promise backed by the imperial authority. Roman mints used teams of highly skilled workers. While the basics remained, the hammer, the dies, organization sped up output. Some mints even used early forms of press technology, adapting the screw press for mass production. The scale was staggering. Millions of coins a year, reaching the farthest corners of Europe, Asia, and Africa. During the Middle Ages, coin minting took on a new flavor. The collapse of Rome broke supply chains, and minting became localized again. Kings, bishops, cities, and even enterprising nobles issued their own currencies, with mixed reliability. Coins were often cut from hammered sheets, making perfectly round pieces rare. Medieval mints evolved to use more advanced cutting and stamping methods, but hand craftsmanship remained front and center. Pause to consider what each of these ancient minters brought to the table: technical skill, artistic vision, and the trust of their communities. Minting coins was about more than metal. It was about ensuring the story each coin told was believed by everyone who touched it. By the 16th century, though, minting started to transform dramatically. Enter the Renaissance. New tools, new science, and a hunger for precision. The screw press revolutionized minting. With a twist of a large iron handle, two dies mashed together, no hammer needed. This allowed for greater pressure, more consistent designs, even intricate edge lettering and milled patterns to fight forgery. Suddenly, coins became not just more secure, but beautiful on a whole new level. The word milled means that familiar, ridged edge that modern coins still carry. It wasn't just stylish, it was practical, a built-in anti-counterfeit defense. If you shaved the edge, it was obvious. England's Royal Mint embraced the screw press in the 1600s, with famed coiners like Isaac Newton later oversaw improvements in accuracy and anti-fraud measures. Similar advances spread worldwide, setting the template for modern coinage. By the 18th and 19th centuries, industrial machines, sometimes powered by water, sometimes by steam, could strike dozens of coins per minute. The process now involved heating raw metal, rolling it into sheets, cutting precise blanks, and sending them through automated striking presses. Workers shifted from individual craftsmen to machine operators. As for design, advances in engraving meant coins bore detailed images. Rulers' portraits, coats of arms, allegorical scenes. These became a blend of monetary tool and miniature art gallery, a testament to national identity sprinkled into the pockets of millions. Modern minting looks at first glance like science fiction. Walk into a national mint today. Automated conveyor belts shuttle metal blanks through massive engraving and striking presses with split-second accuracy. Quality control systems scan for the slightest imperfection. Laser engraving can produce micro-lettering, invisible to the naked eye, thwarting counterfeiters with cutting-edge stealth. Even the metals themselves have changed. Silver and gold, once currency staples, are now mostly reserved for commemorative or investment coins. Everyday change is struck in alloys, copper-plated zinc, nickel steel, even plastics in rarer cases. The material may have shifted, but the process remains a blend of tradition and technological innovation. Let's reflect for a moment on what this story means. At every step, coin minting evolved to meet new challenges: counterfeiting, economic demands, political ambitions. Early Lydian lumps gave way to the geometric precision of the Greeks, the industrial rigor of the Romans, the resilience of medieval mints, the elegance of Renaissance presses, and finally, the ultra-high tech of modern facilities. There's a line from the poet Ovid: "Nothing remains the same, and yet nothing is truly lost." This feels uniquely suited to the evolution of coin minting. Techniques, machines, and metals change, but the function, a society's shared trust in an object stamped from metal, remains surprisingly constant. When you trace a coin's journey from raw or deep underground to the tilled register of a busy grocery store, every stage is both the product of its time and built on the past. Even today, as digital money rises, coins persist. A tactile symbol of value, handed from person to person, linking us to the earliest days of commerce. The next time you hold a coin, consider the silent symphony of processes behind it. Smelting and alloying, rolling and cutting, engraving and striking, inspecting and distributing, each a blend of human intent and machine precision, of old wisdom and new discoveries. What might the future of coin minting look like? Could coins one day hold embedded chips, tracking their journeys for anti-counterfeit protection? Will 3D printed alloys allow for even more customized designs? Or might coins become purely symbolic, ceremonial, relics of a world before contactless payments? In every age, coins mirror the priorities and possibilities of their makers. They're more than payment. They're messages, artifacts, records of power and art. If you ever travel to a museum and see a battered ancient stater or a lustrous proof coin under glass, Remember, you're looking at a piece of technology, one whose meaning across millennia is as much about belief and connection as it is about metal. In the end, the evolution of coin minting is an ongoing conversation between humanity and its own ingenuity. How do we guarantee trust? How do we fight fraud? How do we balance beauty, practicality, and safety, all in a palm-sized disc that millions will touch? Every time society seems to have found an answer, a new challenge emerges. A simple coin passed from hand to hand is a story, not just of value, but of the endless creativity that defines how things are made.